Johnny Blaze, what do you got? Oh,
Hey.
Sebastian Williams. Nobody wants to hear what Sebastian Williams has to say, right? This is the same guy that was on last night complaining about the white man. Everybody, let's look. Everybody go to. Hold on, Johnny. Hold on. Let's go to Sebastian's page. Sebastian is the guy who told everybody that they need to stop being wimps, take care of the kids, and compete. This is the guy who says he needs to compete, but he's not competitive. But then I go to his page, and I got Overwatch, and I got warning 16 plus. What kind of freaky shit are you looking at, Sebastian? Let's look. What kind of stuff you looking at, Sebastian? What the hell's going on with Sebastian, man? This is the dude from last night. This is what's on his page. Warning, 16 plus. Huh. Notice how mad he sounded last night? Because I asked him, you have a girlfriend? No. He ain't get none of that. That's why he can worry about the dude worrying about white supremacy. Let's show that again. This is the dude that was talking all this stuff about white supremacy and the white man. This is the dude that was in Philadelphia saying it was the white man's responsibility. This is what he got on his page, y'all. You see why I told you he's full of shit? See? He don't seem to realize that I work with dudes like him and I read them all day long. Got a whole white woman on this page. He probably got some lotion in his hand right now. Anything to say, Sebastian? Come on, tell us why the white man keeping you down. Sebastian, come on out, man. Tell us why the white man. Notice Sebastian went real quiet, y'all. He said it ain't worth it. That's what he said at 10:29. That's what he said, 10:29. Now Sebastian, quiet as a church mouse. Sebastian would be that very one dude, as soon as if a white woman gave him, let him smell even the inside of her pinky toe, this dude would start busting splendiferous nuts all on himself. Look at him. Look at him. He'll sit there and try to argue me down and tell me how I don't get it. And tell me you're talking about wasn't this the same dude talking about Robert F. Smith and how he's one of them sellouts and how he'd rather have a $10 janitor than the executive? This is this dude. This is him. This is his page. This is Sebastian Williams. That's him right there. Notice he ain't said nothing. See, you incels like this, I got no sympathy for. Because you're angry and you're misdirected anger. His anger, you think he would be as angry if he was able to slide up in that right there? No, he ain't said a word. Cricket ass quiet. Come on, Sebastian. Come on, everybody. Throw in 99 cents for Sebastian's KY fund. Come on. Y'all help Sebastian. Because he up there in Philly. Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze, you got to unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm sorry, man, but I had to roast this dude, man.
Hey, I understand.
Punk motherfucker. I'll sit there and argue with me all last night and got a whole white woman up here. Pro-black Sebastian.
Oh, is he the one? Is he the one the other night talking who really couldn't answer any of your questions? The Mr. Finance degree?
The dude that went to, he was going to school for finance and gonna just all of a sudden jump out and do his own job.
Oh,
man, that was that dude.
Okay.
And he gonna come in and talking crap tonight. And then I'm like, I just happened to click on his page and look at what he's showing.
Sad.
I mean, at least it's a woman, but dang, it's funny. Overwatch and PS4 broadcast. See what I mean? Socially awkward incel. That's an incel. And most incels, I feel empathy for, but but that's what I don't want him to do. I don't want him to turn into these guys to where they are angry and start outward projection. So what you got for me, Johnny Blaze?
Actually, man, I just clicked on, and actually I was having a hard time seeing you on YouTube. So I happened to see the Zoom room. I thought you were
just listening to the show?
I was, but hey, you know what? I appreciate everything that you do. I think you give a really good message to professional men. And I think when you did your professional piece the other night about the whole dreads and whatnot, I went back and I watched the original stream with Steve the Dean and O'Shea, and I listened to your stuff. And everybody who, well, not say everybody, a lot of folks who got on who argued with you, they truly did not, one, pay attention to what you were talking about. And when they tried to answer it, they used a bunch of rhetorical rhetoric, had no basis in fact.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Okay, I got two more guys on here. Hey, Johnny, I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room, but you'll still be able to hear. Okay. Well, I want to get these other guys. I got Tony and Moto G7 Play. Which one? Speak up, guys. Sebastian ran away. But I was all kind of Robert F. Smith. Look at who he's married to. Man, look at who's on your YouTube page. Look at who's on your playlist. Golly, that's embarrassing. All right, you got your camera on, Moto G7. You got your camera on. Did you want your camera on? All right. Until you, all right, man, I don't know you guys, so I want to hear what you say first before I let you have your camera on. What we got, Moto G7? Speak up. All right, Moto G7 Play. Going once? Going twice?
How you doing, Kevin?
What's going on, man? What you got for me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. All right, man.
Hello.
All right. Tony, what's up?
Oh, hi. I just wanted to say how you've been an inspiration to me. Oh, my bad. Sorry about
Go
that.
ahead.
I stumbled across your videos, I would say like a couple months ago, and I haven't been able to schedule a meeting with you, but just hearing your motivation, I've been able to move and make moves in my life. Just wanted to thank you.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Appreciate it, fam.
And then I will be scheduling a session with you because I do have some questions. I don't want to be rude and try to ask a question even though it's your live stream.
Okay. Well, and we'll do that, man. I'm try to help you any way I can.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, we're going to go ahead and put Tony's gone. Let's see if Moto G played. Moto, are you ready or not?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's going on, man? What you got?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Well, I'm 34 years old, man, and I've been trying to figure out what me and women, you know, in particular.
I need you to mute. I need you to mute the YouTube channels in the background. You're 34 years old and you've been trying to figure out what? Come on, man. Live show going on. 34 years old and you, oh, Jesus Christ. All right, go ahead and go to Todd. Todd, what's going on? Todd, your mic hitting on. Man, y'all need to figure out how to use the basic technology and stuff, man. See, a big part of why guys, I understand how a lot of guys get into this.
Hello.
Yeah, what's going on, Todd?
I'm doing good.
What do you got for me?
Yeah, I'm doing work right now. So I'm basically doing freelance, and
Uh-huh.
I got all the stuff figured out, and I'm just trying to get the personal stuff figured out. So is
Get,
there?
get to the main, what the personal stuff with what, women?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you?
Say 30.
Say 30? No, is it 30 or not? You know,
30,
I can't, huh?
30, 30.
Where do you live? What city?
Bloomfield,
Bloomfield, Illinois?
Connecticut.
Indiana. All right, so 30 years old. Did you go to college?
I'm balancing work in college.
So you're in college now.
Right.
All right. When you were in high school, did you go to the prom?
I skipped it.
All right. When was the last time you had a girlfriend?
Sheesh, man. It's been a while, man, to be
I
honest.
don't know how long, man.
Shit.
Truth is
5.
here's the thing. Give me the truth, man, because I'm gonna get to it anyway. Have you ever had a girlfriend?
Long time ago. A lot younger, yeah.
What does that mean? Second grade?
No.
I mean a real girlfriend where she claimed you, you claimed her. Yeah, I was out in public, going to the movies, kissing, and that kind of stuff.
I'm be honest, high school. Say that.
Okay. What high school? Are you a virgin?
Yeah.
All right. So thank you. So here's the reality. Most of the time you would have learned about women and girls would have been in junior high to high school. Most guys have sexual experiences around 16 to 18 years old.
This is for you, Uncle Kev. Thanks you for address topics most men are afraid
Nope,
to cover.
no problem. Then you go to college to
Yeah.
have a couple of more. But when you're at your age, it is going to be difficult to learn first up, you're going to need some coaching, some one-on-one interpersonal communication coaching, because the stuff you would have learned in the developmental years, you didn't learn it.
Mhm.
So thing is, at 30 years old, women and men expect you to have matured to a certain point. You're still functionally you're still functionally and emotionally who you were when you had your last girlfriend.
Mhm.
Couple that with being a virgin.
Mhm.
Even if a woman said, let's go back to my place, at 30 years old, are you in really good shape?
Yeah, exercise.
Okay. Hold on. Tyler, I'm gonna put you on mute. Have you ever, let's say, do you know have you been around, female anatomy? Do you know what to do? If a woman were to say, let's hook up, would you know what to do? Do you know how to kiss? Do you know how to pleasure her, or would you freak out and just run away? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Would you know what to do with a woman?
I mean, I know the basic stuff, man, to be honest.
All right, so these are all things you got to learn, because if you don't have any kind of confidence, most guys don't approach women because you'll be like, well, what would I do if she gave me her phone number? And if we talk, and if all this happened, and she said, skip this stuff, Lynn, let's just go back to your place. Do you have condoms?
No.
All right, then you're not ready.
Mm.
You're not approaching life as a healthy, sexual, functioning male. You're not even prepared.
Mm.
And that's okay. But you need somebody like myself, somebody who's able to talk you through this stuff. And then you got to take it out to that world. Let me ask you something. Why haven't you hired a prostitute?
I just, I don't think that's the way to go, to be honest, man.
Excuse me?
I don't think that's the way to go, man. It's
Why?
It's like you got to get to know somebody, and going that way like leads into like
Todd,
to me.
Todd, most incels are overly romantic about sex.
Right.
I spent 3 hours talking. Todd, I talk to incels daily.
Right.
Most of you have this Disney romance. I don't want to hire a prostitute because it wouldn't be real. Well, guess what? You gotta do what you gotta do, buddy. You're behind.
I mean, isn't the incel thing to do to do that though?
Excuse me?
Isn't that the incel thing to do though?
Well, if you understand incel, I mean, if you want to keep jacking off every day.
Let's talk about that for just a little bit. If you're down bad and you are, as Kevin Samuel says, behind sexually or like in life as far as women experiences, is the right thing to do to hire a prostitute? It's a very good question. I would think that if I was in this situation, I think he said he's 34, 35. Like I said, if you're already pushing 40, just get that shit out the way. It's not really that big a deal anyway, honestly.
I mean, but why you want to keep busting nuts on yourself?
I'm saying, like, isn't the incel thing to do that though?
To hire a prostitute?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about you. And right now we're worried about you. You don't have the confidence or the experience to even make it happen if a woman would offer you sex. So you got to knock these things down. You need to lose your virginity. You need to know what it feels like so you won't feel under pressure. Stop being so romantic about it. I mean, you're not romantic enough to not watch porn. You pleasure yourself. Get with a woman. Get with a professional. Learn what the female body looks like. Learn how it operates. Practice on her. You have to pay for it. And then at least when you approach a woman in the real world, you won't be afraid to jump in the saddle. But this is why guys like you need coaching, because you lived in your head so long and you have so many things crossed up that you make it so complicated to where even if a woman wanted to fuck you, you couldn't. I'm not talking about what I feel. I'm telling you what I know. I deal with incels every day. And at 30 years old, understand something. What should have happened is your father or your uncle or your older brother should have taken you to a whorehouse at about 18 years old to get you to lose your cherry. That's what the best little whorehouse in Texas was about. What was one of the things the guys used to do before they went to the military? They would take them to a whorehouse, have them lose their cherry, because you'd hate to die a virgin.
Right. Hey.
That's the best advice you're going to get, buddy.
All
right. Look at what brothers in the chat rooms have to say. Remove. No, we got TFL World. Okay. Okay, we're going to go to David Little next. Moto G7. I still can't hear you, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
How you doing, man?
That's good. Let's get right to it. I got other people in the queue. I'll be waiting for you for a minute. What can I do for you?
Yeah, man. I've been trying to figure out where I stand, with women, man. I mean, I'm not an incel.
How old are you?
34. I'm 34.
Okay. And where do you live?
I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, you're here in the city. Did you go to college?
No, I did.
And what do you do for a living?
I do warehouse work.
All right. So, average guy here in Atlanta, Georgia. Are you a virgin?
No, I'm definitely not.
It's not an insult. I just had a guy who was a virgin.
No, so, I'm not. I'm not a virgin.
Okay, it's not an insult. This is why I'm making it to where it doesn't matter. I just need to know where you are. So you're trying to figure out where you stand with women?
Yeah, I mean,
when was the last time you had a relationship?
I mean, that's the whole thing. I never.
You never had. So you never had a girlfriend.
I never experienced, but I had encounters.
No. That's what I'm asking. When was the last time you had a woman that claimed you as her boyfriend? Y'all went out in public to the movies and dinner and things like that, and she said, "This is my man."
That's the thing. I have experienced that, but I ain't never actually been called that. Not seriously.
Okay. So you've never had a relationship. All right. So
not technically, but I have been with movies.
Okay. Look, no heat, no judgment, but I got to get to the Basics. If you want me to help you, I got to get to
Yes.
what I need to. So you've had sex though. How'd you have you ever used a prostitute?
No, it be women I know. I have got to know her, individually.
All right. So you'll
I
have
done it too.
right. But when you have sex, normally when you have sex, how does it happen? So because it does not happen in the context of a short-term or long-term relationship like most people. That's how most guys have sex. So how do you have sex? Is it with a prostitute or was it just a hookup?
For example, it might like I might see a woman at the store, or I might be at a Walmart, and I might get a number. I might talk, and then I might go to her house or whatever, and that's how it happened.
Chief, I just asked, is it a prostitute or is it a hookup? So that sounds like some sort of hookup, Netflix and chill, right?
Yeah.
All right. What I'm getting from you is you're not a very clear communicator. Okay?
All right.
And there's only so far you're going to have a relationship.
All right, you just got to pause real quick. This guy comes across as if he is nervously lying through this whole thing. I might get her number. We might hook up. I might text her. This is all very weird and indicative of a person not really telling the truth, along with his slow speech cadence and his bad communication, honestly. There's no shame in any of these things because the day and age, especially that my generation lives in, it's only getting harder to do these things. He said he's like 34. So, I mean, I get it. I think we all get it. But there's no reason to lie, basically.
With women when you're not a clear communicator. You're 34 years old to never have a relationship is abnormal. It's not the norm. There's something off with the way you talk to women. I mean, if you can talk to a woman and meet her at a grocery store and y'all can eventually have sex, what happens after y'all have sex? Do you ever go anywhere with these women?
I have.
Let me put it this way. Do the women, after you have sex with women, who ends the interaction? Is it the women ghosting you or you leaving them? Be honest. Women leave you. Women leave you. Women leave you, brother. Women leave you. I know it. You know it. Everybody in the chat room know it. So the guy who can get casual sex can't maintain it. That means there's a problem with the way you relate to people. And that can be addressed. You need to actually work with somebody to get through whatever your issues are in your head and then start becoming a more effective communicator. Because you're not a virgin. You can have sex, but you can't keep it. That's why you can't get a woman. Because in order to keep a woman interested, you got to be interesting. You understand?
Well, how do you be that though?
I can't give it to you in a 30 minute just getting to know you. I'm telling you, 34 years old, are you living an interesting life? I mean, you're 34 working in the warehouse. What are you doing that's interesting?
I mean, I like to work out.
Okay.
I mean, I like to go out, places and visit places and stuff.
Okay, but what are you doing that's interesting? I mean, I'm in Atlanta, you in Atlanta. You see a woman, I see her. How you gonna beat me? What you got to tell her? Kick it with me because I'm got this to offer. I like to do this, I like to do that. This is what I mean. Interesting people, guys who live interesting lives have no problem with women. Not keeping them. Getting them or keeping them. All right, I'm gonna put you on, go ahead, you got a follow-up question. David, I see you. You got a follow-up question, Moto? I can't fix it in 5 minutes But you spent 34 years getting this way. Take some of that warehouse money and work with a professional, because if you don't learn how to become a more charismatic communicator, if you don't learn the skills to actually be able to make friends and sustain
What
relationships,
can I add on what you're saying?
go ahead.
See, I didn't have none of that when I was a kid, man. I mean, I was a kid, didn't have friends. I didn't go to my
All right.
I didn't go to my proms and nothing like that.
And at 34 years old, that's your responsibility to address. It's nobody's concern but your own. No one cares what you did not have. That's your problem. That's it. I didn't have a father. That's my problem. Everybody got something. But when you're next to a beautiful woman after you have sex, that's you gotta fix that issue. It's blood sport out here in mating and dating. It's not fair. You gotta compete.
Okay.
Or you can keep doing this. But I tell you what, it'll get old real quick. 34 is probably already getting pretty damn old. Because it sounds like you've never had a loving relationship with a woman. You never had a woman rub your head and tell you it's going to be all right. And you never had a woman. See, guys who never had a woman's love, you're missing a lot. Even the crazy stuff they want to say in these spaces, FBI women, beautiful women who are feminine and inspirational, provide a hell of a lot more than just vagina. But you got to bring that out of a woman. All right, man. Hope that helped.
All right.
David, what's going on? What you got for me?
How you doing, Kevin? Can you hear me?
I can. Alexander in TFL World, I see you in the waiting room. Go ahead, man.
Okay, sorry about that.
You're the
Definitely.
sales guy, right?
Yeah, I work for Sprint, do sales and things like that. And I noticed that even though I outwork a lot of the other agents, I don't have that same gusto, or I guess, we're speaking to opposite sex, I don't have that appeal. And I noticed that a lot in my life, being shorter, not blaming, but being shorter.
How tall are you?
I'm only 5'5".
Super slides 5'5" and gets plenty of ass.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to use that as an excuse either. But
so you're in sales?
Yeah, I'm in sales.
Are you in outside sales?
In store, like selling like actual phones.
Okay.
I'm also training to do for businesses and things like that.
Okay, so you're an inside sale. You're 38.
Yeah, just turned.
What kind of shape are you in?
I'm overweight. Working on it right now.
Okay. You got two struggles already. You can't be short and fat.
Yeah.
2 strikes. You got to pick a struggle.
That's true.
Super slides 5'5", but he's yoked. You know that. Why are you short and fat?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Women don't. I mean, why?
You're
not rich. You can't be short and fat.
Yeah.
How much? About how much do you make a year?
40,000.
And how old are you? Almost 40. So you're under. So 40 years. So you're underemployed too.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So short. I don't have to worry about that. But your weight and your money fuck with your confidence.
Oh. Wow.
But the thing is, dude, this is not new information to you. How many jobs do you have?
Just one for right now, for the moment.
So why are you content with making 40 grand a year?
Just not. I've never been that used to having that much money.
That much money, like that ain't shit, dude.
I know. And
so let me tell you
right.
let me just get right down to it. In nature, you would be the kind of male that would not need to have. You would not need. Why would the female of the species want to take your genes and put them into the next generation?
Correct.
Short. I mean, you're fat, underemployed, and unambitious. Should males like that in the animal world be able to mate?
No.
We are animals. Males like that don't get access to the females, man. And if you did sneak up and get some pussy, that
Also, just real quick, if this comes off as cruel when you're watching it, it's because it has to be. You can't sugarcoat this type of conversation with prettiness and flowers and ice creams and cake and shit. No, you gotta get at the root of the problem and say, hey, these are your issues. This is what you're doing. This is what you're not doing. This is what you need to be doing if you want to find yourself in a better situation.
the alpha will come in and knock you off in mid-stroke.
Pretty much.
But this is on you though, brother. All the stuff we talked about is 100% in your control. You have to deal with your lack of ambition. See, it's one thing to say I'm making $40,000 a year, but I'm working 60 to 80 hours a week. You can't relate to married men. These are the reasons you can't relate to other people, because married men have already got a woman. He's already got that. At 38 years old, is this where you thought you'd be in life?
No.
And what are you doing about it?
Working out.
No, you ain't working out your fat.
That's true.
See, this is why I have these conversations, because a lot of this stuff gets lost in the sauce when women start talking about women and these red pills and all this other kind of stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with women. See, at 5'5", at 5'5", you should be in shape for you. You should be in shape for you. You should be out earning what you can because you understand the world at 38 years old. And you're past middle age for a Black man. You should be out earning and doing something more. Honestly, a lot of guys end up just quitting in life. And that's fine. But you get a quitter's reward.
Exactly.
And see, what I can't do is sit here and rub your head like your mama and tell you everything will be all right.
No,
what does your father say about that? What does your father say when you talk to him about this kind of stuff?
We never really had that type of relationship. So, I didn't grow up with him like that. So we're starting to kind of bond. So my other brothers, they're married. So he talks about married stuff.
How many brothers do you have?
It's
How many brothers do you
have? 6 brothers.
And they're all married?
The majority, just the little ones in college right now.
Have you ever had a girlfriend?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay. How long were you with your girlfriend?
2 months.
And the girlfriend before that?
That was like 6-7 years.
Okay, that's what rubber meets the road. Have you ever really been successful with women?
No.
So if you come from a line of men who get married, the common denominator in this situation is David. You got plenty of examples around you. Be honest. Do you feel sorry for yourself?
At times, especially these days.
You need. Have you ever had to go see a clinical counselor?
A long time ago when I worked at a call center, I did.
And what was the diagnosis?
They were saying I pretty much actually stopped going because I felt it wasn't getting anywhere.
Oh, okay. Let's stop. Number one, what was the diagnosis?
They were saying that I just lacked confidence. Like I didn't.
So they said lack of confidence.
Or not assertive.
Right. You're not assertive. Yeah. So I talk about CIA, confidential and assertive. So we went to see a clinical professional. They said you lacked assertiveness. Did they prescribe any medication?
No.
All right. And then you quit.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense. Why?
Not at all.
You quit when a professional tells you lack assertiveness. When's the last time you ever had a fight? Physical fight?
10 years ago.
Where was this?
This was during an altercation with my friends. They got in a fight. I jumped into it with them to help them out.
So you jumped into a big fight?
Yeah.
When was the last time you were in a one-on-one fight?
One-on-one fight was, I would honestly say that would be like high school, like 10th grade. So that's years ago.
Did you win or lose?
I won.
You won. Okay. Do you remember who you fought?
It was a kid. He was a Guyanese kid, and he was, I guess, up and coming, trying to be popular. He would tease and bully me.
Was he younger than you, older than you, bigger than you, smaller than you?
Same age, bigger than me.
All right. So you won. All right. You have zero confidence, and you're a quitter. You're underperforming, and you lack ambition. You need to go enroll in martial arts or boxing somewhere and let somebody knock the shit out of you, because you don't know who you are. A man really begins to know who he is when he has to taste his own blood. You've lost all kind of juice for life. You're working by, you're just living, just getting by, just doing enough. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to struggle. Men, we're animals. There's a competitive fire that goes along. When you have to fight, you need to get back into the fight, because your first instinct is to quit. If you actually had to eat what you kill and provide for yourself every day, would you be able to take care of yourself?
Not at this stage.
No. So you'd have to have men like myself provide for you. And you think you should have pussy because of that? You'd be over there with the bitches.
Yeah, that's correct.
And if you wanted to come challenge one of us, can you whoop us? No. So you'd sit back there with the betas. So you gotta do something about it.
And you hit that on the point, because that even brought some to my mind. Like, I usually tow down these days when competing.
Yeah.
I want to get along with everybody.
Beta males fear being bullied by men and rejected and ignored by women. Beta males will accept being blatantly disrespected. Beta males seek to avoid confrontation. Beta males try to just get along. Beta males desperately want the attention and romantic affections of women. This stuff can be addressed. You don't have to remain a beta. I've given you plenty of time. Now book a session. See, but if you've been how long have you been following me?
It's been about 6-7 months. I saw you.
Why haven't you got the part-time job I told you to get?
Wow.
Wow.
I had the opportunity.
See, what I want everybody to understand is this is what happens when you have good information and you have no assertion. It's not a matter of information. He knows everything that needs to be done. He knows he's overweight. He knows he lacks ambition. He knows he lacks confidence. He knows he's been told what to do, but yet he's still waking up doing the same damn thing. This is 100% on you, man. You're getting the life you deserve. You're getting the life you deserve, and you have 100% earned it. You want to better, do better. You want better, you got to do better. Nobody's going to give you anything.
Correct.
Got it?
Got it. Thanks.
All right, we're going to go ahead and end it there. That was a funny ass call, kind of. Join us for part 3.